Is there anybody here? Hey, oh, okay, I'm on. All right, I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your pal, Uncle Bruce. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce, live from beautiful Palm Desert, California. Hope you're doing okay out there. It is a Tuesday, December the 26th, 2023. How are you doing? Did you eat just enough or too much? Did you consume a few liquids that may have affected your judgment, or were there other consumables that you have somehow consumed that perhaps you should have thought about? But hey, it's a new day, and hopefully you've all recovered. You're here. You're alive. I hope you're well. I hope you gave lots of hugs to people that you see just once in a while, and you made them an extra little longer than normal, because you never know when it's the last time. You never know when it's the last time you can give someone a hug. I'll tell you right now, I never know when I can get this gunk off my glasses, and of course I love doing it on the air. I love waiting until the show starts, and then I try to clean my glasses, and I go, how come I can't get this gunk off my glasses? No matter how hard I rub, there's these spots on my glasses. Oh yeah, there's that scum crap from my kitchen that I put on there. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yes, as you can tell, my life is perfect. Thank you very much. I actually have to lick my finger to clean my glasses. Yep, that's how perfect things are here. See if this works. Eh, we're good. Welcome, everybody. I should have handlers for this, right? I really, successful YouTuber that I am, you'd think I'd have assistants who would work this out. They would clean my glasses before I went on the air, and they would work with my wardrobe department and my makeup and make sure the hair is just right. I'd have the hair piece. Nothing. I'm flying solo here. I'm alone. What are you gonna do? Did you have a good rest? I am not complaining. I had an okay rest. It was kind of nice to have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. That extra day. Not that I was like super lazy, but I was lazy. I did go for a little walk yesterday around this area for a bit. Actually, not a little. I walked a couple of miles. I mean, not like 10-mile walk. Don't get the wrong idea. As a matter of fact, I walked enough that last night my leg was hurting. I was rubbing this one joint and going, oh, this hip is kind of sore. I'm going, it's not a hip problem, Mr. Bruce. No, it's you've strained one of your leg muscles by using it. That's okay. I didn't lift anything. I didn't do anything. You just kind of got off your fat duff and walked around a bit, and there you go. But I did go to the hot tub last night. I went into the jacuzzi last night and enjoyed it, and it was wonderful. And so there you are. It's all good. As a matter of fact, I've been in the spa 3 days in a row, maybe four. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, four nights in a row. Nice. Oh, so nice. Love it. Anyway, welcome all to the show. What's going to happen in the market today? Probably nothing. Something could happen, but probably nothing. You're now beginning to get bombarded. I'm pretty sure you're getting bombarded now. If you're a YouTube follower, you love watching different tubes and stuff. You're a TikTok watcher, you're an Instagram watcher, whatever you do with yourself when you're not watching me. Top 10 lists, trends of 2023, predictions for 2024, and all that kind of stuff. So I ask you, here's my title today: will GameStop, Rocket Lab, and SoFi double in price this year? Will these shares double in value? Will they go up that much higher? That's a part of my show. The other thing is I did a poll today. You may have noticed there's a poll out here. And it says writing options has made a positive change to my investments. That's right on the top of this show's Q&A thing or comment area. And so far, 26 of you have responded. I think 26. I'm gonna refresh my page because I'm pretty behind here on everything. 30 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. 26 people. No, 26 people have responded to that poll. 88% have said yes. Writing options has made a positive change to my account, to my investments. Only 12 have said no. So that's 7-1. That's impressive, actually. I'm very happy to see that. Well, I guess I could say on the other side of that argument, well, it better. If you're an option writer, it should be helping your account. I mean, it should be, unless you're making horrible mistakes, you're not paying attention, or you're writing options and you're doing well on that, but you can't help yourself. You're a gambler on the other side of your market, and you're still making stupid investments over here, and it's taking away from the wins over here. And you're not going to let yourself be satisfied with a steady win rate from the option writing. You want more, and you want it faster. And now you're pushing your bets, and you're pushing your luck in. Guess what? You go long options that you shouldn't be going long, or you do this, or you do that, or whatever, and it's not working out. Welcome to the world. Where is it perfect? Nowhere is it perfect. So welcome to the program, and congratulations those of you who are making money in the options market by writing options, allowing the gamblers to take the risk off your hands by them giving you money up front and saying, well, here's a guaranteed return from me to you, and I'm going to take a risk beyond this. Wow. I'm really appreciative. I would be really appreciative if people did that. And so congratulations, those of you who are taking advantage of this opportunity. It's legal, it's all good, and it can add up to a lot of money. I think a lot of people on this channel in the last almost 3 years. I've been on the air now live since January 2021. So next month, 3 years doing this live. And at least 2.5 years, I've talked about writing options. And a number of you started writing options 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, so on and so on. And a number of you have been shocked at how much money you can bring in, what you thought you could bring in versus what you actually brought in. Your first, let's say, full year, or your full second year, like you realized, well, in the first year, 6 months, first year, I did that. Then I, learned more, and I took this guy's classes, and I learned all this other stuff about option writing. And now I'm doing this, and you're now able to sort of look forward and go, well, if in the first 12 months, this was my success rate, and in the last 12 months, this has been my success rate, and in just the last 6 months, this is now my new normal. You're now extrapolating and figuring out what's 2024 looking like, and where could it be at the end of 2024? And I think a bunch of you are like thinking to yourselves, I didn't think it would be like this at all. I didn't think this was possible. And you're so comfortable now with writing options compared to the panic you had at the beginning and the total uncertainty, and you weren't sure, and you're really doubting it. But yet, the drive was so that you couldn't continue doing what you used to do all the time in the markets because the returns were mediocre or disastrous. And you always needed a big win to bail you out of all the other mistakes you've made. And now you've gone to this side of the market, and you dipped your toe in it and put your ankle in it and put it in one leg, and now you're jumping in. And now you can't get enough. Am I happy about this? Oh, yeah. Am I thrilled? Oh, so thrilled. Because a number of you would have been long gone from this channel had you not become option writers. If you had not been successful as option writers, I'd be talking to whoever I'm talking to about trying to convince you to do something. Nothing. There'd be nobody here. I wouldn't be on the air anymore. There's no way. I always ask myself, how much longer am I going to do this? How much longer am I going to work putting on these programs? How much energy can I keep giving this? The good news is I like doing it, and so that's a good thing. If the YouTuber likes being a YouTuber, then that's a positive. I keep forgetting, and this is typical of any YouTuber. We forget how much we've learned doing what we do, and we forget. We forget the learning curve that we had to go through, and then we forget just how normal this workload becomes to us. It just becomes a normal part of our existence. And you talk to relatives or friends, or you meet people for the first time, and they ask you questions about, oh, you're a YouTuber, what's that like? And then you kind of tell them a little bit more, and they're fascinated. And then others are just overwhelmed with, God, I could never do that. I could never do that. And I go, what do you mean? You know plumbing. You're a plumber. You could do a channel about plumbing. And they go look at me going like, oh, I don't think so. I say, you have no idea how much you've already forgotten. You have no idea. The basics of your career, most of us haven't got a clue what you're talking about. People don't understand how much they really know about what they know. And that comes back to me all the time, with just as a YouTuber, let alone what I talk about on YouTube with my 2 channels. When I'll tell people I have 2 YouTube channels, they go, 2? You've got 2 channels? And then I tell them what I talk about and how I do what I do. And they're just, man, there's no way I could do that. And others look at me going, you're crazy. 68 years old and you're doing all this work. No, thanks. But again, when it's fun, it's not actually work. In a way, it's kind of fun. Coffee. Thank you, everybody. Look, the proof is in the pudding, as far as I say. I measure this channel's success many different ways. How much money does it pay me to do what I do? That's one, of course. How many viewers have I got? How many subscribers? How many members of this channel? How many classes are moving out the door? Are people signing up for one-on-ones? Emails that I'm getting from people. I have many ways to measure the effect of this channel on many, in very many ways. And that shows me, are you growing or are you shrinking? Are you hanging on? Are you going to accelerate? The market doesn't hurt either. The market is a big reason how this channel operates. If Rocket Lab doubles and SoFi doubles and GameStop doubles in price and their volumes go crazy in the next 3 months, do you think the viewership of this channel will rise? Well, yeah, sure it will. So there's that. But option writers succeeding as option writers is the foundation of this channel. The option writer's success is the foundation that this channel is sitting on. And the key for me is to keep helping you guys figure out ways to compete with the institutional traders out there who are the experts in writing options and trading options, handling all these complicated trades, helping you navigate that very complex world in a simple way to allow you to steal money out of this market. Just take cash constantly out of this market. Beautiful way to go. Just a beautiful way to go. Anyway, thank you everybody for popping in. We're up 22 on the Dow. We're up 5 on S&P. We're up 26 on NASDAQ. Nothing burger. Oil's up $1.38. This constant little media campaign that's going on, and I admit that a lot of what we read and hear and are exposed to is sort of sponsored kind of media. Right now, what are we being bombarded with? We're being bombarded with how cruel Israel supposedly is in Gaza. We're being bombarded with how nasty it's getting in the Red Sea and the Suez Canal area regarding commercial shipping, and that Iran is behind it. And then we see little headlines, sort of secondary headlines that we read that say the White House or the Pentagon released a statement Sunday night, when nobody was reading, that they attacked several bases in Iraq that were being run by Iranian trained forces and so on. We read that, and we don't pay attention to it. I mean, the market doesn't anyway. The market hardly pays attention, and the reason we don't is simple. If America were to lose 100 U.S. soldiers on an attack of an American base somewhere, and it was Iran-led, that would make the headlines. That would be front page news. But if Americans are doing clandestine operative type things, they don't want to brag about it. They want to talk about it because they want to keep that off the radar. Because it's going to make a certain part of the world angry. It's going to make another part of the world happy, but not happy enough to take care of the anger. And so business is being taken care of here behind the scenes, and we only get some of the story. And that's the same everywhere you go. You're in China, you're going to get the China news. You're in Pakistan, you're getting Pakistani news. You're in Japan, you're going to get dominated by Japanese news. It's the way it is. All I can do is look at the markets and go, markets seem to be reacting like this and like this and like this in certain segments. Oil is doing this, interest rates are doing that, stocks are doing this over here. Why, how, what? And so we try to put the lines together and figure it out. Anyways, option writers, you're going to make nothing but money. It's just that simple. You don't have to worry about too much else. Thank you all, by the way, for being here. Those of you who have made it. Robert, thank you, pal. Saying hi to me already and wishing us Merry Christmas. I get your messages, and I appreciate you, buddy. I'll see you. Well, you'll be here tomorrow, but next Monday, of course, I'll see you on TWB because I took TWB off this week. Richard Carlin, how you doing, pal? Lame Duck, Sharon, hi there. Happy holidays. Amy, good morning. Mark, Tob, Hector, Salamanca, John Anderson, Lizzie, hi. Hector, Splair, D.A. Truda, how you doing, guys? Welcome. Dude is here. Beach Boy, now that's a face for radio I haven't seen for quite some time. Not said by me looking at the mirror. Here we go. Innate, I hope your holidays have been great so far, Uncle Bruce. Thanks, buddy. Justin is here. Justin Schaefer. Uncle Bruce, my 2024 goal is to buy all your classes and make a positive change in my life and set myself up for an amazing life. I can't be a trucker forever, and I need to commit to your program. Right on. Justin, I have got a ton of guys, generally males, that are truckers. There aren't very many female truckers out there, but I got a bunch of truckers that listen to me. You wouldn't believe it. I really do. I have a bunch of truckers that have somehow found me, and they listen to me when they're driving along. And they are scheming. And I understand the scheming part behind the wheel. Oh, I do that all the time. I used to do that all the time. And he says, I've been watching for years now. I got to commit. I tell you, you're on the right track. I can't, of course I'm biased, but really, the success of other truckers tells me you're on the right track because you know what your limitations are for how much money you can make. There's only so many hours you can drive. There's only so many miles you're going to go. There's only so much money you can generate. And then you have your expenses coming off the top, and there's so much left for you. And that you're in that box. And no matter what they increase the driving rate to, that won't make a damn bit of difference because at the end of the day, the cost of life is going up as well. So why not think about other ways to enhance one's income? And if you can be behind the wheel of a truck and on the side have your investments making money with you while you're generating the hourly rate, that's pretty smart. And for a lot of truckers out there, they ask themselves, if I could make half the amount of money that I make from my investments that I make on the road, that means I'm a 150%er. I'm making 150% of what all these other truckers are making. And you're spending your time thinking of ways to get richer rather than just sitting behind the wheel waiting for the day to end so you don't have to do this anymore and suffer the consequences of middle class America lifestyle if you've got that. There are truckers out there who are not truckers anymore who follow me. I mean, there are guys who were driving a truck back in 2021. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. And they became option writers. And now they don't drive truck anymore because they make more money writing options than they possibly can driving a truck. They have a job. They've replaced the truck job with something else, but it isn't on the road anymore. And then there are others who don't do anything but trade their assets now because they've grown it to the point. Some truckers out there have figured out that the rig that they're in, the rig they're driving, there's equity in the rig that they've got over so many years that if they blow that thing off to someone else, they can add that equity to their trading account. And they do the mathematics and go, this amount plus what I have here means I'm managing this much money, and managing this much money doing the option writing that we talk about here on this channel. What am I working in the truck for? My God, I can make more money not driving this truck. By selling it, I can be richer by getting out of this. Others on this channel have figured out we got 3 cars. We have other stuff. I have a motorbike I don't drive anymore. I've got this, I got that. They've blown stuff away. They've sold stuff off that they just don't. They realize that it's useless. It's appreciating faster than they get enjoyment out of it. And they're turning it back into some kind of cash and adding it to their portfolio to generate more option rights. Because there are people here who say to me, I used to write 5 options at a time. I now write 10 options at a time. And after these mature out, I'll be writing 12 at a time because, and I keep selling stuff off to add more capital to get to 15 at a time. Once I write so many options or more at a time, I will be totally unemployed on purpose. I will be fully employed doing this as a gig. Pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, each of you, you've got to figure it out. Lorraine, good morning. Hector, hi. Not a lurker. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the dog. Hello from Ibiza and Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Ron Dugan, Justin is my goal as well. This is my goal as well. So there you go. Alberto, I'm here. We can begin. Good morning, Bagel Familia. Good morning, sir. Nice to have you here. Stephen Butler, I'm number 45 on that thumbs up meter of yours, Bruce. You have 114 people watching right now. I'm getting ready for the new year, adding options to the mix in 2024. I finished the year just over 50% return to my portfolio. Not bad, but not great either. Interesting. Alberto, Uncle Bruce, that Rocket Lab tip is gold. I'm all over it today. Thank you, Uncle B. I'm all over this. Rock and roll, kids. Like I said, with Rocket Lab, you can buy the stock. Sure, you can buy the stock. But, you can just write cash secured puts on Rocket Lab. And you can go out to January 25 or 26, whatever you want. And then write puts. Make sure you pull in a premium. Why not? Absolutely nice return on your money. As to each his own, however you want to play it. But I like the Rocket Lab story. I really like it. By the way, you've seen SoFi at 982 this month. Way to go, SoFi. The stories, there are more positive stories coming on SoFi all the time on YouTube videos. There are more and more YouTube videos coming out about how well SoFi is going to do. Some folks are predicting really high prices for the SoFi stock. I just kind of go, take me to $15 a share, and is this channel lighting up? And if I can start encouraging you to write options on SoFi as it reaches that level and higher, the finances around here are like a whole new world. Those of you who've got, say, 5,000 shares of SoFi that you've been accumulating now for 2 years, and you're at a 620 average, and this thing hits $15, you could say, hey, yeah, it's worth $75,000. That's true, 5,000 shares. But like Bruce says, I'm going to start bringing in $2 a contract, 250 a contract against this stuff. I'm going to start writing, you know, however many shares I got, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I'm going to write 30, 40, 50 contracts at a time. I'm going to haul in 10 grand, 12 grand every time I write options on Sofi. Does that make a difference to your lifestyle? I would say that should be positive indeed. Alberto, Uncle Bruce, that rocket tip is gold. Or Mark, what delta do you write calls at? I don't use deltas. I don't use the Greeks. I don't do that stuff. There are those out there who are really into this. Like they're into the ratio numbers and all this. The only numbers that I love using are 90-10 rule, which I think is a delta 10. But 90-10 rule for buying deep in the money calls, so you can be a poor man cover call writer. And then I go from there. You don't need to do all that other stuff, in my humble opinion. But to each his own. There are viewers on this channel who will not consider doing an option write without going through all the deltas and all the gammas and all the other stuff. And more power to you. But I'm not the guy that specializes in that area. I keep it way simpler than that, really. And that's, it works. It just works. Larry, good morning. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. I'm number 55 on the thumbs up meter. Splitter, I have only a good video about crime boss Rocky City with Chuck Norris and okay, Mark. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mark. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. If you take any of my classes, you'll quickly figure out, oh, this guy doesn't do all this Greek stuff and all these ratios. And he does basic math on options. I mean, yes, we have to know, is an option in the money? Is it out of the money? How much time has it got? What would be the depreciation expectations? But we go into stuff like the psychology of the option market, the other side of your trade on the option market. You're a writer of an option. That means someone's a buyer of your option. You think this option is going down in value. They think it's going up in value. Why are you not on the same page? We go into that. We go into the reason why options act the way they act and how they behave depending on how long they have until they expire, how much in the money they are, how much out of the money they are, how they react to that, how options will completely change their behavior from being out of the money contracts to becoming in the money contracts, how their behavior changes, how their trading patterns changes, and time keeps affecting that change constantly. We talk about how you can write an option and be wrong, historically speaking. The stock that you wrote an option on goes higher and you can still make money doing it. Or you realize, theoretically, I should be down thousands of dollars and I'm down hundreds of dollars. Like, I've lost money on this trade in one sense, but I keep forgetting the other side of the option trade. I always forget the other side of the option trade. When you're a writer, you can't just write an option without something else being in play. And so, of course, if you're going to write calls or poor man covered calls, there has to be something you wrote against. If you want to write cash secured puts, well, of course, you put cash up to do a cash secured put, you receive your money, and now you're folding your arms and watching the activity of the stock. And there are times where stock doesn't cooperate. Well, you have to now do something else. Well, if you get exercised, you're going to do something else, or you're going to do a rollover, or you're going to break even, or you're going to lose a little, or make a little, or make a lot. And it all depends. That's what I talk about here. And that's what my classes are about, to handle the picture of the whole picture of the option trade, rather than, well, based on the scientific formula of this ratio to this beta to this Greek to this, these are the contracts you want to zero in on. There's too many videos out there, in my opinion, where I think the presenter is giving you very good information, very smart information, and correct analytical option trading or option writing or whatever you want to call it, credit spread creating, whatever you want to look at. They're giving you really good info. The problem is there's no execution to finish off the trade. They don't talk about the end of the trade. They only talk about, well, when the option expires, let's take a look at how it worked out. I don't believe in that being the final result for you guys. I'll quote you a trade. I'll show you a trade on my trade tips just for Gold Bagel members. When I do those, I will say to the viewers, you could hold this option until it expires at the end. And theoretically, if it expires, when the market is here or here or here or here, these are the values of these contracts. Nothing, a dollar, whatever. But I also am very upfront and say, I'm telling you to consider doing an option that expires in March of 2024. But I'm not telling you to wait until March 2024 to cash in on this trade. And that's what differentiates me with many other, I don't know what to call them, influencers, I guess, YouTube influencers who talk option writing. We're all right and we're all wrong. It all depends on what side you're on these trades. So a lot of viewers will watch me and go, I can't stand this guy because, if he would just show me a trade where the option expires worthless at the end, that's all I want to know, because that's what everyone else does. And then others will say, oh, I love this guy because he's showing a 90-day contract, but I can be out of it in 40, 45 days already. And then he's showing me, well, if this happens and this happens, you're out of this trade in a week. And I really like that. And so, because I believe this is real life. Markets move when they move, not because a chart says they're going to move. There are charts out there and chartists who are experts at reading resistance and support levels and 200-day moving averages and all the other RSMs and all this technical stuff. There are some really, really good people out there with that. But when a jet flies into a building, or when a missile lands into a daycare center, or when terrorist activity happens in the middle of the night, that throws chartists right out the door. And you have to deal with real life. And that's what I'm trying to do here with you guys, is to say to you, nothing's guaranteed. The world isn't guaranteed. You look both ways before you cross the street, but you still might not make it. You got to be really on top of what's going on and why does the market do what it does. And sometimes a lot of it is psychological, because people forget the market that you're competing against isn't a machine. The market that you're trying to make money from is other people's money. That's what you're doing. You're taking other people's money from them. And you don't know who the other person is on the other side. You don't know whether you're taking money from a bank. You don't know if you're taking money from an insurance company. You have no idea. When you write a contract, you don't know whether the buyer of the contract that you're selling is an institution closing out a contract position they've had for a year. You don't know that. And you don't know what they're going to do 5 minutes later. They may have another trade already set up. They're in the middle of what we call a rollover, and you're part of their rollover. You have no idea. And they could be right, and you could be right, or you could both be right. They believe that they're getting out of a contract that you're writing because they want to get into another contract. And they believe that the contract they're getting out of will go lower in price. But they're going into another contract because they believe that will go lower in price, and it suits their investment returns at the time they are doing it. And for you, however, the contract that you're selling, it's perfect for you and your situation. And that's kind of what we talk about here a lot. It's nothing personal. There is no vendetta out there. There's no hedge fund trying to get you. There's no pension fund trying to teach you a lesson. No. They're just trying to make money. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And you have to have the same attitude about the whole thing. It's just business. Thank you all so much. This is fun times. I appreciate you all being here. What else going on here? Bruce, you are an influencer. Thank you, Bagel Babe. Alberto, get the classes, folks. Here's advice from a guy who ought to know. Option writing is life-changing. If this caveman can do it, Anyone can do it. There you go. Yeah. Hey, Zeros, do stocks usually have any significant movement post Christmas, pre New Year? Not usually, but then again, like I said, there's no guarantee of anything. Sometimes stocks can move a little more ridiculously in between Christmas and New Year's because there are fewer players around to kind of keep things calm. When you have a thinner traded market, in other words, not as many buyers, not as many sellers hanging around, sometimes a little movement on the buy side or the sell side can over move a market, can affect a market too much one way or the other, at least temporarily. Adam, or it's a market maker buying your contract because they can immediately flip it for a profit. Sure. Yeah, Adam, you're right. It could be any reason. It is not personal why they are doing what they're doing. If you are offering a contract for sale and you offer it at the bid price because you see a bid and an ask, and you don't play the stink offer game when you write a contract, you might be giving away a contract a little too low than you should be. And the buyer, who will be possibly a very sophisticated hedge fund trading outfit that would say, anytime you want to sell calls at this price down here, we'll take them off you. Because in our humble opinion, we can get 5 to 10 cents more than you are just taking by being patient on the other side. Hey, you just made that institution a bunch of money. But then again, that's their business. They're looking for quick trades, and they might take you out on the trade. Same on the buy side. You want to buy a call back that you wrote, and you want to write a new call to do a rollover. You might be too eager to pay too much for a call that you shouldn't be paying as much for. Well, this is where the institutional trader on the outside will they'll take that trade off you. They'll sell you that call. They'll write a call for you to let you out. And then they will turn around and put a stink bid in to buy that thing back at 15 cents less than what you should have paid. Yeah, that can happen. It's not personal. They don't know who you are. They don't even know if you're a person or an institution. They're guessing, but they don't really know. There are times where you shouldn't be involved in certain contracts with certain stocks because there is not enough liquidity in the position, in that company's options. And it has happened on this channel where people create a condor and now they want to roll it, and they're having trouble doing a rollover because the volumes aren't good enough or high enough or strong enough at the prices they want to work at, the strike prices, too far out of the market on the upside or on the downside, and they're finding a very thin market. That can happen, absolutely. Sometimes you have to just fold your arms and wait a few days longer and then look at the trade. It all varies. Otherwise, you put in offers, you put in stink bids, stink offers, and see if they hit you, and work it that way. Alex is saying, people still watch you. What a joke. Yeah, Alex, you're here. The joke's on you, pal. Welcome to the party, Alex. Happy whatever. They're still here. Yeah, it's incredible. What a joke. Life itself. What can I say? H. Gregory, 66 thumbs up, Uncle Bruce. I'm still here. Yes, the folks who are still here, Alex, are they're making money. It's an odd thing. They're doing okay, and some folks around here have done really okay, and they don't comment very often. They hardly mention anything. They're silent well-to-dos, and they're just going, thank you, Uncle B. 80 people have now voted on my poll question. Writing options has made a positive change to my investments. 80 people. 80% say yes, 20% say no. So that's a 4-to-1 ratio of those who are saying, this is working for me, Bruce. This is working for me. Well, thank you all for being part of this poll, answering this poll question. It is much appreciated. Thank you all for participating. Again, without folks making money, this channel wouldn't exist, and that really is the bottom line. It comes down to that final thing that if people don't make money on what we talk about here, they wouldn't be here. Why would they be here if they're not making money? I mean, what, you want to watch me and lose money all the time? How fun is that? I don't understand what the good times are. Yeah, it's nothing personal. Maybe with Alex it is. Maybe he's kind of not a fan. But generally speaking, it's not personal. We're just in business trying to make a business work, and some of us write options. That's what we do, and we find it. And I say we, I say my viewers, because I don't write options. I don't trade stock. I'm just the advisor here. But this channel's viewers, for the most part, they're making money, and that's why this channel is still on the air. Many channels have disappeared in the last 3 years that used to be on the air back in 2021, 2020, 2021. They are no longer on the air anymore. I don't know where these folks are, if they're still doing any kind of prognostications, or whether they're on other platforms, or they're into private chats, or they've changed their public handle and they operate under another name or something. I don't know. I don't have to know. It's not important. I just do what I do, and I get way more of these than anything else to say, keep doing what you're doing. So there it is. James McQuire, good morning, James. Welcome to the program today. Thank you, those of you who are members of this channel. If you're been a member here for a while, I thank you very much. Those of you upgrading to Gold Bagel status, you guys are the absolute best of the best. I appreciate it, and like I say, we try to make it worth your while to be a member of this channel any way possible, and we love you for it. And we'll just keep plugging away here as we try to find ways to help you get richer in this market, to be a winner and not a loser. We're kind of funny that way. Thank you all for coming through here. We're still up just 22 on the Dow. I think that's all it's doing. Let me do a quick update on my big ass iPad, because sometimes it jams up and it won't tell me the real story. It sort of keeps it to itself. You know how it is. You know how those big ass iPads can be. We're at 559 on Rocket Lab, by the way. We're up 15 cents so far on 332,000 pre-market volume, so that's okay. We're happy to see that. Thank you very much. And we've got. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the other markets right now. See what's going on. We got, like I said, the Dow up 24, S&P up 5, Nasdaq up 29. Okay, so that's what I see. Oil's up 167. We'll see if that holds today, or how long it holds and how well it holds, and so on. We're heading over now to member-only commentary as we approach the opening here in 15 minutes. Thank you all for popping in, saying hi, or popping hi and saying get lost, or whatever you want to say to me. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Appreciate many of you, most of you. Nice to have you around. Happy holidays to all of you out there. Hopefully 2024 will be a better year than 2023. However, I don't expect a lot to get done in 2024 when it comes to massive job creation programs, infrastructure spending. Nothing new is coming down the pipeline. And no one else in Wall Street is expecting anything either. Let's just get to the quick here. Wall Street knows that we have got a very quiet time of it right now, because it's an election year. It's 2024. It's an election year, and there will be very, very little to be talking about here. And so we'll be dominated this year by opinion polls. We're going to be dominated by presidential election polls. We have to go through the entire grind of the primary season that will last until late spring, early summer, through the summer, and then in the fall we finally get the conventions, and then the campaign is on, and oh God, it's just going to be excruciating for many of you out there. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be a happy time. And so we're going to have to tolerate all the nonsense that media will put up, because media needs eyeballs. Media outfits need advertisers to survive. And one way to charge more for advertising is to have higher amounts of engagement. And so you make your headlines more outrageous, and you make your news stories more entertaining than factual, perhaps. And that's how you keep the dollars flowing in. It amazes me sometimes the kind of money that certain people make in this media business. And then it doesn't surprise me, because since the 1920s and 30s and 40s and 50s, radio used to be the number one media, period. And the kind of money that was made by media personalities, radio personalities back in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, stunning numbers. Then television, of course, took off in the 50s. And the kind of money that television celebrities were making in the 50s and 60s were mind-blowing. And today, this very day, the kind of money that the top television people make in whatever field they're in, news, entertainment, whatever. And of course, now this world of media has been created in the last 10, 15 years. And it is stunning to me how well some folks do as influencers, let's call them, all ages, all kinds. It's just stunning. It's just absolutely amazing. Thank you. Good morning, Uncle Bruce from Jared. How you doing there, pal? Luca, hello, everybody. Hope you guys had a good Christmas. Alberto, hey, have you got any cash secured puts on Rocket Lab going? Dude, making money time. One of my accounts has a 130% return. The others I have to do the math on those. Of course, writing options makes it difficult, especially with the long calls I tend to write. JR, number 79. Good morning, everybody. Let's get that moolah. Alberto, JR, let's go. The credit Mother Teresa says, hello, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas day here. My family and I had a nice, relaxed weekend thanks to these gamblers out here. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, my friend JR. Alberto, yes. Aloha, you savage. Computer Whiz, good morning, everybody. JR, bless the gamblers. Mother gets to take vacay with the family. Giddy up, man. Yeah, baby, bless those gamblers. Yes, indeed, kids. You're just trying to figure out, you have figured out how to take cash off the table to start a trade rather than to complete a trade. You're a winner the minute you write the contract. You've already got your maximum return in your hand. Now you want to just wait here and see how much you're giving back, if any, and rolling into the next one. And you folks out there who are making the most, and there are a number of you doing really well with this, you have quickly figured out every couple of weeks I can roll these things over. I just keep getting more money all the time, and I get to adjust my strike price and my expiry date, and this is great. I can't believe this is legal, and I can do this all the time I want. It's amazing. The commissions are so low per contract now. I have these turnovers going on. I'm bringing in thousands of dollars every couple of weeks, every week, every month, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. I can't believe it. And there's no end to it, because no matter how big I get in the option writing thing, I can't seem to dominate the market. I'm writing 100 calls at a time. I'm writing 100 cash secured puts. I'm writing 500. I'm writing 1,000. And the market just said, yeah, sure, filled. You're done. You got it. Yeah, you're good. They can't believe it. My viewers just cannot believe the liquidity of the option market. Of course, I try to explain to you that at least $3 to $5 trillion is in the option market at all times. And it's a global thing. This is not limited to America. This is global. and it's growing globally. Because as I talk to many of you here who are pretty well in North America and in the EU and UK, there are now another 100 million people coming into this market that you're already in over the next year, the next 2 years. They're coming in. There's millions a week joining this market. That's the thing you need to really grasp here. You need to get this. There are going to become millions more. There will be millions more people playing this market going forward forever, because all of them are eventually getting their hands on one of these things. And this is the equalizer. This is the big, the tool that everyone needs to be into the game of the markets. And with platform trading now going global, and with platform trading accounts being offered to people in countries around the world, you're going to have newbies coming in, buying and selling stock, buying and selling call options, buying and selling put options, going to try their hand at credit spreads, going to try to learn to do iron condor. You're going to get a lot more participants, which means the liquidity factor is going to dramatically rise. The volume numbers of contracts traded continue to grow. And I'm not going to be surprised when we begin to hear announcements where we find that there'll be 5 stocks, 10 stocks, 20 stocks. Daily expiry options are coming on the most heavily traded stocks on top of the indexes. This is coming. This is a guaranteed coming. The other thing that's going to happen, I don't know if it's this year, extended trading hours for options. That's coming to match extended trading times for stocks. I'm waiting for the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ and London and Milan and Tokyo and all these. I'm waiting for these exchanges to add an hour in the morning, start an hour earlier, and add an hour in the afternoon, stay an hour longer, to expand their trading days so that the European markets have a wider window, the American markets have a wider window, and the Asian markets have a wider window. So that means stocks traded on the 3 exchanges will be trading 20 out of 24 hours a day. There'll be almost no downtime. In other words, this aftermarket business is going to be pursued by, I believe, the stock exchanges. The exchanges are going to want the after hours business. And now, if the New York Stock Exchange can open an hour earlier and close an hour later, there's 2 hours of pre and after market trading eliminated from the after hours people. That gives it to New York, NASDAQ, and all the other exchanges. On the options side of things, I'm waiting for the options regulators, whoever these people are. Generally, I usually call them Chicago. I'm waiting for these folks to add their hours as well for option trading to go along with the market. But I'm also waiting for options trading to go global. So we'll have a global options market with all 3 markets, so that Apple shares will trade in New York, they'll trade in Singapore or Tokyo, and they'll trade in, Paris, London. And Apple shares trade 20 hours a day, and Apple contracts trade 20 hours a day. That's what I'm looking for in the future. And that means people living in Europe can trade options during their daylight hours. People in Asia can trade options in their daylight hours. And Americans, North Americans, Canadians, Mexicans, we can trade the options all day, but we can also trade, like the others, globally 20 out of 24 hours. And eventually it will be 24 hours. There will be this 8-hour scenario on 3 different exchanges to cover the globe 24/7. And the options will match it. That's coming. I don't know when. I don't know. The supercomputers, the super AI, this is AI software, the super systems you need to handle it all. It's happening. It's happening. And the first one out the gate is going to catch most of the business. It's nothing personal. It's just money. And it's coming, you guys. It's absolutely coming. Let's go. I agree. I love this. Bless the gamblers. Alberto, I hope the options change doesn't change much on Rocket Lab. I want to cash in on 10% return in 4 days. Boom. Uncle Bruce is the GOAT. Luca, Alberto already got 20 times 2 months ago. Alberto, nice dinero. Beach Boy, Alberto. Credit Savage, what's the Hawaiian term? The Credit Savage, JR, yes, sir. 2 weeks in a Waikiki for the family, including my wife's mother, flights and car rental, meals, and a bit of shopping, gas, and snacks, all paid by these poor sap gamblers. Flint Creek, let's go, gang. Beach Boy for what's the word for reward? Come to those who write and cross arms while sipping Mai Tais and pile dancing. Alberto Beach Boy, Flint, get that dinero. Alberto Beach Boy, that sounds correct. Flint, get it. Beach Boy, Flint, Kashmir, Mandu, 83 thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Flint Creek, Beach Boy. Credit Savage says, got 37 AI shares on Friday on a super stinker, and now I have another block of 100. So I guess who's going to write another covered call when we get a nice AI pop? I'm looking at Jan 19, 32 and a half, so I'm looking to get about $2 on those. Mandu number 5, laugh out loud. Good morning, Alberto. I have no idea. Get that moolah. Credit Mother Teresa, the Beach Boy. You better believe it, my friend. You better believe it. We're opening in 2 minutes. Larry Titus will hit the bells here, and we will start trading in 2 minutes. The last peek at the markets, it looks like we're up about 9 on the Dow, kind of, sort of, ish. We're at 561 on Rocket Lab, up 17 cents. We're climbing here on Rocket Lab. I wouldn't be surprised if we pop through 6 first thing this morning. I think the Rocket Lab has pent up demand. 400,000 traded this morning. We're at 561 now, 562, up 18 with a minute to go. SoFi up 9. GameStop is unchanged at 16.97. Matterport up 3. We've got Spire up a couple of pennies. Smart Rent up 16 cents, 3.45. We've got Apple down 5. Goldman down 38. Cisco is up a penny. Tesla up 188. ARK up a quarter. Microsoft up 50 cents. Pfizer up 7. HP up 1. Alphabet, that's Google, up 15. Amazon up 15 cents. Nvidia up 119. Unity up 70 cents, AI up 17, Adobe up a dime, Spiders are up 43, Netflix up 230, Qs are up 81, IBM up 27, Meta up 128, Vanik up 53 cents, Home Depot up 141, and Enphase up $1. So it's a slight green start. Overall, we'll find out in just moments what we have going on. Thank you all for being around. And I think we can say thank you, Mr. Larry Titus, for hitting the bells. And we're open, baby. We're here and we're ready to run, getting ready to open for the day. I don't expect a lot, but there could be the odd little pleasant surprise here and there where we get a nice little opening, and we're happy to see that, and get a little pop here. We say thank you. It's possible. Absolutely. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. We've got the market now opening up. Here we go. I think we have the Dow up about maybe 12.6 points at the moment to start the day. 7-point gain on S&P, and NASDAQ up about 49. So that's what seems to be happening. It looks like about a 10-point gain on the Dow. Quiet, expected opening. Rocket Lab up 23. 567 here, and we're going higher on Rocket Lab. I have very little doubt that we're not going to go higher than this. That was a heavy day Friday of volume, and now we have 1.4 million to start the morning, and 6+ is possible. AI is up 3 cents. Spiders are up 57. Qs are up 132. GameStop down 6 cents. Make it down a penny now. GameStop down 1 penny. And now SoFi at 977, first indication, up 6. DQ says, thanks, Larry. Beach Boy. Larry has done the deed. Absolutely right. And Spare says, rock on, everybody. Welcome to the show. The Credit Mother Teresa, Bertie, damn, Skippy, just woke up, got to trek downstairs, get some Starbucks, need my coffee right now. And away we go, baby. We're here, and we're looking to make a few bucks. Up 16 on the Dow. We'll see if that what kind of a pattern we have. 578 now on Rocket Lab, up 34. Thank you. We'll follow that, of course. Giddy up, everybody. AI down 4. We've got GameStop at 16.95 down 2. SoFi's up a nickel. Apple down 18. Enphase up 60. Netflix up a couple of bucks. Adobe up a buck and a half. Nvidia's up 340. Tesla's up 220. Kind of green here. What do we got here? Unity up 97. Google up 63. Moderna's up 250. Cisco up 8, Pfizer's up 6 cents, IBM up 14, Microsoft up 32, Amazon down 21, Home Depot up 20, Vanik up 106, got Meta up 74. A lot of green here, some red, but mainly green at the moment. The Dow now showing a 32-point rise in the first 3 minutes as the market is now slowly opening up, and we'll figure out where it wants to go. We're up 7 points on S&P, 34 on NASDAQ, about a quarter point on NASDAQ, 0.16 on S&P. We're up 0.13 on the Dow. Oil up 211 to 75.68 at the moment. There you go. Giddy up, kids. A lot of talk about what's going to happen in 2024. What's the economy going to do? The one concerning number that keeps coming out, or one concerning area of the economy, commercial real estate loans, strip mall loans, shopping mall loans, skyscraper loans, giant, really large urban projects. Will they be able to lease out at prices they need? Will they lease out all of it, or will they have massive vacancies to deal with? There are a number of regional banks in the United States, and I'm probably talking hundreds of them, because if you're a credit union or a small bank in a certain part of, let's say Alabama or Georgia or Florida or California or Texas, your immediate area is where you live and die as a bank. The question is, in your neck of the woods that you live in and where these banks are located, how is commercial real estate doing there? And if the downtown core of the main city of this regional bank is a ghost town, chances are that entity might be into some loans that they're going into default on, and that could upset their apple cart. This is a concern that a lot of market analysts are studying very closely, and the big banks aren't going to be caught in this issue because they are so diversified in so many divisions of lending. Like SoFi is so diversified out that one little area here, there, and there not going to make a difference. But for regional players, yeah, if you're Toledo, Ohio, or if you're Akron, or if you're into Columbus, or you're into Trenton, New Jersey, you're into Charlottesville, you're into whatever small community or regional metropolitan area is your area, it's all about that area for you. That's all about that state, perhaps, for your business. So that's a concern that people are putting up, going, we're worried about it 2023. We're worried about it now. No question about it. Robert Benson, Bruce, number 1 thumbs up, number 91 for you. Thank you, my friend Robert. Thank you. Those of you who are here have been here now for a little while. Thank you for those of you who have, first of all, hit the thumbs up buttons. Thank you for that. That is helping. It always does. We love you for it. 92 thumbs ups now. There are 105 of you now out of the 150 or so who are here. 105 have now responded to my poll question of the day. The poll question I put up was, the question was, writing options has made a positive change to my investments. There's the statement. Yes or no? 79% say yes. 21 say no out of 105 people. So that a pretty solid majority there that are saying that writing options has made a positive difference to my account. 992 on SoFi. Look at that. I kind of like that. Splair thinks it's going for 10. You might be right. Luca, I'm waiting for SoFi to break 10. Then I'm going to pop a bottle of Prosecco. Rock and roll. The high of the morning, 994 on SoFi. The volume of 2.2 million right now. And we're in this 990, 992 range. I'm thinking it wants to go through 10 like hot knife through soft butter. I don't know if today's the day, but it could do it. Sure, could do it. GameStop 16.98. It's up a penny now. It's gone positive. 16.99. We're going to 17 on GameStop. Rocket Lab 570 up 26 cents. The range on Rocket Lab today, 557 is the low, 580 is the high. We're at 570 on Rocket Lab. We want to go higher. That's what I sense going on. The Dow's up 34, so that's not hurting things. 2.9 million Rocket Lab traded. GameStop 226,000, and SoFi 2.3 million, going to 2.4. So there you are. Now the question of today's show is: will these three stocks, GameStop, SoFi, and Rocket Lab, will they double in price in 2024? Are they going to each double? Why would that be? Question mark. GameStop, I think GameStop could double. Why? Because they're going to get into investing in other companies. This is becoming its own hedge fund, an activist investment company. There is going to be something else. Ryan Cohen, all bets are off with how controversial and how much of a splash this is going to make in the market. This is going to be multi-layered activity here on GameStop with all kinds of other partners and players. I am telling you, you ain't seen nothing yet. SoFi, double, sure. The company's going to make money now. The question is not if they're going to make money, it's how much per quarter are they going to make, and will they be included into the S&P 500 index after 4 consecutive profitable quarters? Is the company eligible for inclusion into the S&P 500? I say yes, it is. But by the time they get there, say a year and a half from now, a year and a quarter from now, they've done 4 or 5 quarters of profits. They're not going to go in at $9 or $10 a share. They're not going to go into the S&P 500 down here. This outfit, by the time they're eligible for S&P inclusion, they're a $25 to a $40 stock. They're not a $9.90 stock. They're 4 times higher than this. There will be viewers on this channel who will become millionaires between now and by the time SoFi does become an S&P 500 player. They will become very comfortable millionaires. They will be able to write 50 contracts at a time at $3 a contract. They'll bring in 15 grand. They'll take 5 of that, live off of that. The other 10,000, they'll buy deep in the money calls on SoFi and write another whack of contracts. 3 months later, 6 months later, they're going to write way more contracts, take out 7,000 to live on now, 40% pay raise, put the rest back in, write another whack of contracts. 3-4 months later, they're going to haul in $40,000 in option premium. They're going to live on 10 of it nicely, comfortably. Thank you very much, Lee. And 30,000 goes back in. They're just going to compound and compound and compound their revenues as their book value rises and rises and rises, and they become millionaires as they are hauling in hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in premium income, and their lives will be forever altered. And then the company becomes a S&P 500, which takes it to $60 a share. So welcome to this party, pal. This party is coming for a number of you. Think about it this way. To be a millionaire on SoFi at $40 a share, how many shares do you have to be a millionaire at $40 a share? Is it 25,000 shares, right? So if you're sitting on 8,000 now and you're going to be writing 80 contracts and you're going to buy as many shares as you can with the option premium you're bringing in to bump your number up to 25,000 shares as soon as possible, or you're going to, at $20 a share when it's trading there, you're going to take 10 grand and buy deep in the money calls for $8-10 each, good till 2026, 2027, and you're going to write options on those to compound your returns to let you write more contracts. You're going to have 8,000 to 10,000 shares, and you're going to have a couple of hundred call options, deep in the money calls. That is in excess of 25,000 shares. And at $40 a share, the whole enchilada, 1.4 million, 1.5 million in value. You're a millionaire. and you're now writing contracts on $1.5 million of value, and you're hauling in 200,000 every 3 months, 400,000 every 4, whatever the heck it is. Yeah, that's a different world. Welcome to that. That's coming. That, in my humble opinion, is coming. There you go. Just trying to tell you where I think we're at. Alberto, boom, landed the 10% on Rklb. I had to push him out, though, to Jan 5. Either way, assignment or not, it's all gravy. Thank you, Uncle B. JR, thanks for the bells, Larry. Let's go, Sofi. We're going to hit 10 today. Credit says Mother Teresa trying to write 150 contracts. Alberto, credit on what? Credit Sofi. When Uncle Bruce was talking about Sofi being an S&P 500, I'm trying to retire completely by then. I'm semi-retired now. Luca, forgot my thumbs up. 102, baby. Thank you, my friend. Robert, Uncle Bruce, how do you think Spire will look when they become profitable? And Spire, Uncle Bruce, you said something. We're down. Spire, like any other company, has to make money. They have to turn profits. And you're asking me what's going to happen with the stock if they become profitable. I'm kind of wondering if they are going to merge with somebody else. Either they're going to spur a takeover offer, or they're going to be taken over by somebody else. Are they going to become part of another company, and shareholders of Spire will be now shareholders of another outfit at, triple what they're trading at, 5 times what they're trading at right now? I mean, I don't know. On the other hand, we might be a year down the road, a year and a half down the road, where Spire is, generating now $20 million a month in profits, $240 million a year, justifying, whatever stock price, and they might be able to institute a takeover of somebody else. They might just acquire whoever, and it's a stock deal. They're going to issue stock from their treasury for another company's shares, or it's a private company that they're taking over. And the private company is as big as they are, or it's bigger. It's bigger than they are. And they're going to be 40% of the new company, and the private company is going to be 60% of the new public company. And they're all Spire shareholders now. And we get a lot more action on the stock, a lot more following, a lot more who knows what, and much higher price appreciation. Many possibilities. But Spire isn't going anywhere. They're becoming a utility. They're going to be a rather powerful outfit. Credit Mother Teresa. The credit Mother Teresa says, if I can retire in my 40s, that'd be cool. My mother and other family members worked all the way to their mid-60s. I'm trying to do it differently here. Comical Name says, I'm late to the party, but here's number 105 on the thumbs up meter. Marcus, here's number 107, Uncle Bruce. Thank you guys for these thumbs ups. Welcome to the party, everybody. We're up 42 on the Dow. We got Rocket Lab at 543. We've got S&P up 12. We've got a NASDAQ up 64. Oil up 189. And we've got SoFi 983 and GameStop at 1684. We're jumping back and forth and back and forth. Kind of what I was expecting here. It's kind of what I thought we were going to do. We'll see how that plays out. Thumbs ups right now. The total number is 108. Thank you all for that. 113 people have now responded to my poll question today. Writing options has made a positive change to my investments. And of the 113 respondents, 77% say yes, it has. 23% say no, it hasn't. So it's at least 3-1, more than 3-1 on the positive side as these votes come in. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I'm not surprised to see more folks saying yes and no. Not surprised at all. The more you do it, the longer you do it, the better you get at it. I've had viewers tell me straight out, they said the first 6 months I wrote contracts, I was an idiot. I pulled the trigger way too soon. I was too eager to write a contract. I was too eager to close it out. I didn't get enough for my contract. I paid too much to close my contract, and I really didn't have much in the way of returns. And I kept ignoring your advice, and I kept ignoring your key word of being patient and learning to become a sniper in this market. And finally, after 6 months, it finally hit my brain, and I finally changed my ways because I thought there's something not right. I'm writing options. I'm bringing in this cash. but I'm giving too much of it away. And so some of you, the turn happened where you took 5, 6, 8, 10 classes of mine, and then you decided, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to have a one-on-one with this guy. I got to talk to Bruce privately for an hour so I can tell him everything I'm going through and everything that's been happening, all the circumstances around my investment account, and just get his take on everything. And it has happened so many times where after 15, 20 minutes, I'm getting a pretty good handle on kind of where you're at and what you're up to. And then I come up with well, have you thought of doing this? Have you thought of doing that? Or why don't you do this instead of this? Do that instead of this. And if you did that, I think this would happen. Boom, 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 boom. And they go, geez, how come I didn't see that? It's right in front of me the whole dang time. And 3 months later, I get private emails. By the way, since that one-on-one we had, everything is turned around here. Everything. My account is up 30%. These options are they're a joke. This is unbelievable. I can't believe how beautiful this is working. Thank you so much. The best $400 I ever spent was having a one-on-one with you. I'm taking all the other classes. My investment is 100%. I'm in to win for the rest of my life. Unlike Mr. Takagi at the Nakatomi Tower building, he won't be joining us for the rest of his life. He just didn't want to give us the code. The code, please. I counted to 3. There would not be a 4, and he just didn't give us the code. So it's a shame to ruin such a nice suit, but Mr. Takagi, sorry, there will be no sequel for Mr. Takagi in Die Hard movies. That's the thing about these actors. They got to understand something. I mean, when you get a line like this, you got to ask yourself, do I want to be the guy that gets blown away in the first 10 minutes of a movie? What's the odds of a sequel? Unless it's a prequel, there's no way. See, there's that, Anyway, credit Mother Teresa. This Matterport, this MTTR, Bruce, it's having a nice pop this morning. Well, let me take a look at that right now. What is Matterport doing? It's $2.91. It's up 9 cents. Gotta say, for the last week, this is the best price we've had in the last week for sure. The last month, this is the highest level for Matterport in the last month. In the last 3 months, $2.91 is the highest level we've seen in 3 months. 6 months? No. In the last 6 months, these shares were $3.66, July the 13th. But that's something, doesn't it? This is the best level since kind of like August 7th. This is good. This is good. This is gooder. This is good. 384,000 traded. Nothing, it's not like millions, but there's nothing for sale on Matterport. All of a sudden, Matterport jumps to almost $3 a share. Something's going on. Daddy likey, my Matterport. Always love Matterport. Spire 726, no change. Smart Rent 330. We're up 1.5 pennies. I'd like to see Smart Rent start taking a run to $4 and $5 too. I like all these stocks to take a run. Tesla's up $1.50. Nvidia's up $6.60 a share. Adobe's up 72 cents. Netflix up $2.11. Enphase is up $4.24. Apple down 34 cents. SoFi is $9.83 up 12. GameStop $16.90 down 7 cents. The triple Qs are up 142. The spiders are up 77. The AI shares are up 25 cents. Rocket Lab $5.41 down 3 cents. Bargain time. Right at the moment, am I double checking on this? Correct? Yeah, we're down 3 cents at $5.41. Now at $5.43, down 2 cents. The low of the day, $5.40, 5.2 million. This stock really should be heading to 10, based on just what's on the table now. But the market doesn't know this. Not enough people know just how well Rocket Lab is doing corporately. They don't know. But this stock can certainly double for 2024. Absolutely. 4 quarters of reporting additional contracts coming in. Every contract they write up now, if they write up $100 million contract, they got $1.2 billion in business. They write up another $100 million contract, $1.3 billion in advanced business. They are growing faster now with these new orders than they had when we first started following them. Because when I started following Rocket Lab way back in 2021, they had $100 million of advanced orders on the books 3 years ago. 100 million was in the company's account balance, work to be done. They've long ago done those. They're now at 1.1 billion in advanced orders. These guys are growing. It's huge. Credit to Mother Teresa says, I keep buying Matterport. So cheap. Biggest mistake is the street is taking they're thinking it's a real estate play. And it's part of it, but there's much more to this. Like SoFi, it's not just a digital bank. I'm with you, Credit Savage. This is not a real estate play. Like Smart Rent, people think it's a real estate play. You know, just because loans on real estate projects are iffy, that people won't install smart systems. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? That's the first thing you do. Especially if you take over a property. If you take over a property on a bankruptcy, what's the first thing you do? Is you improve the building's value the cheapest way possible. All right. So one, a new coat of paint, make it look prettier, right? Get the graffiti off the walls. Fair enough. But number two, you put in a smart system, like Smart Rent system, to manage the furnaces, the air conditioning, the drapes. You make the building a smart building. That just improves the value by 30% right now. Insurance companies lower insurance rates on buildings like this dramatically, which more than pays for the upgrade of the smart system. Matterport is the digital entity you use to redo buildings, to refurbish buildings, to renovate, to put additions on whatever, I mean, it's endless. I've talked about Matterport a million times. We all know. If you're a regular of this channel, you know these two companies are going to be huge winners. And they're both sitting on massive cash balances right now, no debts. Their shares are a joke. JR, Mother, you're having too much fun. Wait, is that possible? Thanks to those gamblers. No. Yeah, baby. Let's go. We've got the Dow up about 30 points. We're not expecting anything to happen today. Really? Not really, other than shrinkage, some fluctuation maybe. We're at 544 unchanged on Rocket Lab. It's okay with me. Love it to go to 10 though. AI 28.98 up 24 cents. GameStop down a dime. SoFi up 17.988. SoFi is on the precipice of breaking 10, going to 11. It's going there. This is the 26th of December. There are 5 days left in the year. 5 days left in the fourth quarter for SoFi. This is the quarter that they make positive cash flow for the first time ever. This is it. 5 days to go. This quarter is over. This company, SoFi's deposits are surging. This company's revenues are surging. Their profits are coming in. We're in it. 5 days to go. And then the countdown is on. What countdown is that, Uncle Bruce? When SoFi releases the results of their financial fourth quarter results. That's what's coming, the end of January. Hello, it's coming. And they're going to come out and say, yeah, we kind of exceeded our expectations. We keep doing that. And they keep doing that. They do that every dang quarter. But this time, they don't, not only do they exceed expectations, being positive, they more than exceed the number. I bet you they've been profitable since November 1st. October 25th, October 15th, they were probably already profitable, and it's just been profits. This is now the new normal going forward. Every quarter for SoFi, they will keep exceeding expectations, and they will make more money than they predicted they would make. The street will go, oh, they exceeded expectations again. That's what's to expect here. That's why the stock's at 990 right now, with 5 days to go before the end of the year. It's not at 490. It's not at 590. This Wedbush guy says the stock's a $3 stock. Why is it trading at 990 if you say it's a $3 stock? What's the market not figuring out? Or maybe what aren't you figuring out? Maybe the market is right And maybe the market is right. We might be going a lot higher here. Robert Benson, these puts that I wrote on SoFi, these cash secured puts, the ones that you were telling us about, Bruce, those cash secured put, they're looking pretty good. Yeah, I think they are. And they're going to look better, even better. Would be kind of fun to see it go 12 to 14 a share, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be fun starting January at $12 to $14 a share on your SoFi? Giddy up. Let's go, baby. Let's get that dinero. Okay. Rocket Lab just went positive here. We're up 4 cents, 5.48. This is a good time to write cash secured puts on Rocket Lab. Hello. I would say if any of you haven't, you might want to consider that this could be it. GameStop 1688. Look, if you think it's going to double in price to $35 a share between now, let's say, in the end of March, because Cohen is going to make a splash, is he waiting until the first week of January to make a move? Is he got a deal lined up and he's just waiting for year end to get out of the way? Just get that out of the way. Then in the first quarter of the new year, we'll move in with another. I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know how this works. It's possible that GameStop is ready to invest in company blah, but company blah is saying to GameStop, invest after January 1st for our tax purposes. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there's something brewing there. Why is this stock at $16.91 and not at $11.91? It was $11.91 a month ago. Why is it $16.90 through December? I know why. Pick me. I know. They also, of course, are into their Christmas sales. They have their Christmas sales. Now they have Boxing Day. And then January, kids come into the store with all that Christmas money. I mean, hey, GameStop, this is go time. Looking forward to their results. The end of January is the end of their quarter. And so it'll be February sometime. We'll hear how they're doing. So let's see what they say. Yeah, these could all double. These could all double. The Dow's up 55, by the way, a little better. S&P is up 11.5. NASDAQ up 54. Oil up 185. So oil's under a bit of pressure. Was up 220. Now up 185. Still good, but oil's a bit overpriced in my humble opinion. It's just me. It's just me. Nothing personal. There you go, everybody. Welcome to the party. I'm glad you were here today. Glad you could join me. The U.S. 10-year note, 3.9%. It's the other thing that I keep looking at. I shake my head at this and I go, the bond market is in a disconnect with, I think, complete reality. It's not like close, like the bond market and the reality are kind of near each other. I think the bond market does not get it because they're trading the Treasury, the 10-year U.S. Treasury at 3.9%. The Fed fund rate is 5, something like that. The only reason the bond market would trade at 3.9% is because they believe that the Fed will cut rates to come down to this 3.9 level. They think they're just ahead of the Fed. That's all. We're just ahead of the Fed. The Fed would lower interest rates usually for one real reason. That's why the Fed would do this. And that's because the economy is in real trouble. But the U.S. economy isn't in real trouble. Oil prices aren't $120 a barrel. Gas isn't $6.50 a gallon. Unemployment isn't 8 to 12% to 15%. There's no massive unemployment problem. As a matter of fact, there are job openings all over America with not enough qualified candidates to fill the jobs. Inflation isn't a problem anymore, apparently. It's not 10, 12%. So, that means inflation has gone down. Theoretically, the Fed could lower rates because the inflation thing is gone. But there actually are problems with inflation in that we're noticing now, this last 2 weeks, increase in shipping costs because of terrorist attacks led by Iran. Oh, look at that. A little old regime. Those mullahs over there, those mullah guys with all their missiles and all their armaments and all their restrictions on their population and all their lack of rights and all that. They have all the armaments. They got guns and bullets and they're using them. And up go the cost of shipping. And while if shipping goes up, and the thinking is that oil supplies could be in a bit of a pickle that will cause higher prices for oil, which is higher prices for gasoline and the making of plastics and the making of fertilizer and the making of many other additives and elements. Inflation kicks in. And if that happens, the Fed doesn't lower rates. The bond market is thinking about an economic slowdown. They're thinking, well, the interest rates go down because the Fed has to support the economy. And the economy is just plugging right along, and markets are at just about all-time highs. The stock market is saying 6 months from now, we think we're going to be making more money than we're making now. We don't see a recession coming down the road. For some reason, the bond market is not connected to the reality of the world. And I kind of wonder, what's the deal? Now, what happens? Just suppose Iran gets lucky. They get lucky and they send a couple of drones and missiles and they attack a couple of U.S. warships and they nail one of them. It gets through the defenses and they hit a warship, a U.S. warship, and cause extensive damage to a U.S. warship. How do you think that's going to go over in the bond market, in the stock market, futures markets? Do you think that would create a bit of a kerfuffle? I would. Do you think that military forces around the world would go on high alert instantaneously? Do you think that there might be restrictions, instantaneous restrictions for flights in and out of certain countries? Do you think there will be the NATO people will come to the Americans and form a unified, that's it, that you crossed the line, you shouldn't have done that, and all of a sudden all kinds of problems have shown. The Iranians kind of rile up as many other Muslims as they can to go after the big Satan and all this, and all of a sudden we have hell breaking loose everywhere. We've got Lebanon, Israel, we've got Egypt issues, we've got Saudi Arabia issues, Yemenis issues, all kinds of Middle East problems, Iran lashing out at anyone that doesn't support them, the Chinese backing the Iranians right to the hilt because they're great guys. Oh, it's unbelievable. The Russians are just going to feed on top of this, going, you deserve everything you get. You think that the market will go, oops, Miami will drop a couple of thousand points right now? A few folks will go, oops, I think I'll take my money out of everything. I'll get out of every stock I've got. I don't care. I want out, and I'm just going to sit on cash for a while. Do you think interest rates are going to go up? Yeah, everyone's going to be buying U.S. bonds to protect their investments. Up go the bond prices higher, or I'm selling American bonds. I'm just going to sell U.S. bonds, and interest rates are going to go higher. Like, how's this going to play out? The bond market is thinking kumbaya by the campfire. It's just going to be great. It was going to be great. Nothing to see here. It's so good. I don't know. What can I say? Mother credit savage. Nike just had their worst year in decades, Uncle Bruce. Nike. And they're going to have to cut backs to save billions in 3 years. That's not good. People are not spending, market at all-time highs, though. TikTok. Beach Boy, I wrote for $2.32. I wrote January 19th SoFi $10 cash secured puts. They're now at 69 cents. So I have a 70% gain. And to buy back or not to buy back, that is the question. Well, of course, you buy those back and then you write $12 calls to replace these $10 calls, but further out. That might be the way to play it. Beach Boy Credit. How's that Foot Locker doing? Cash secured puts writing maybe on them? Are they benefiting from Nike's decline or something? I have no idea, by the way. I do not know. Anyway, yeah, $9.92 on SoFi. We're up 22 cents again. SoFi just jumped up here. Volume now is 4.9 million. The low was early this morning on the opening at 975. The high was 994, and we're now at 992. We're at the highs, right back to the highs on SoFi, and the $10 barrier is a nothing burger. My humble opinion. GameStop 1689 up 8. Rocket Lab 548 up 3. AI up 8 cents. The Dow up 62 points. We've got We got an S&P up 12.4. That's a quarter of a percentage point. Nasdaq's up 0.38 of a percentage point, up 57 points. The Dow's up 0.17. So, slight move, positive. But certain stocks are very positive and look really, really good. Beach Boy, well done, buddy. The credit Mother Teresa, Beachy, I'm staying away, my friend. I have my cash cows and I will stick to them all year unless there's a drastic change. There you go, sir. And you don't go chasing one story over another, but you observe all the stories. I agree with that. I'm with you there. Can't argue that one. 994 in SoFi, the high of the day right now, not right now, up 23 cents. Oh, the door opened. Oh, geez, I got problems now. Oh, God, I said something.
994.
994, yes. Hi, Auntie Jen.
Hello.
SoFi is at 994, the high of the day right now, up 23 cents. Giddy up.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day to you. It's a big deal in Canada.
All you Commonwealth people.
Yeah, the Commonwealthers
celebrate Boxing Day.
When I was a retailer, and my dad was a retailer, and I was a retailer, Boxing Day was kind of a big deal. Funny thing, when I used to operate back in 1990, I had a sports card store in a shopping mall. For Boxing Day, we had no sales, no discounts, nothing. We were the only store in the mall without sale signs everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had all these kids coming in the store like you wouldn't believe, with grandma and grandpa spending money and mom and dad spending money. I mean, these kids had cash because they wanted to buy cards, but mom and dad didn't know what cards because they didn't understand the sports card business. So, but the kids knew. So the kids came waltzing into my store because I had the cards they wanted. And we just had regular prices on it. We didn't have anything on sale. Didn't need to. They were coming in droves. And all around me, stores are selling stuff at half price. They got to sell double the amount of stuff to bring in cash. And everything they sold, they're selling at cost just to get rid of overstock stuff. And the shoe store across the hall, they had women's size 10, size 12s, no women's size 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. And the women will go in there and leave frustrated because they couldn't find their size. Well, duh, it's Boxing Day. What do you want? All the
and now
sizes
Boxing Day sales are Boxing Week sales.
Boxing Week sales. And of course, Boxing Day now is so restrictive. You can't do exchanges and refunds on Boxing Day. You can only come with fresh cash. You can only do exchanges the day after, the 27th or the 28th. Then you can do exchanges, right?
Exchanges take too long.
Too long
at the cash register.
The cash, the staff is dealing with refunds rather than trying to sell stuff off the floor. Well, in our case, we didn't have refunds. There were no cash refunds in my store. Once you owned a sports card, that was it. You owned it, and we didn't do refunds. Yeah. No, we did trade-ins, sure, but at a discount. Oh yeah, There were a couple of good years in the sports card business. They didn't last long, but there were a couple of good years.
I know.
It was unbelievable.
They're so much similar to the stock business that when they found they had a winner, they just beat it to death. And when cards got popular again, suddenly there were 8 different card publishers.
Oh my God. That business was crushed by the printing press.
Yeah.
Blair, good morning, Auntie Jen. How was Christmas for the two of you?
Good afternoon, Blair. It was very quiet. It was lovely outside. About a week and a half ago, they spread seed on the golf course. And so yesterday we had, I don't know how many, honey, 30?
Yeah.
30 Canadian geese out in front of our unit.
You can see
just eating all those new little sprouts.
Yeah, just chopping up the sprouts that are coming up. JR, good morning, Auntie Jen. How you doing? No Joey voice for me. Mandu number 5, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good morning, Mandu. You all had a nice Christmas.
Credit Mother Teresa. Hello, aloha, Auntie Jen from Hawaii.
I saw a picture of you enjoying.
We did get a photo. Credit Mother Teresa also says, boom! I sold an AI 32.5 for Jan 19, and I got me $103. Now, is that sexy or what? I bought some shares in the $28 area, and I'm willing to part with it at 32.5. Tears. They don't know I can roll though. Laughing out loud, loving this trade. Well done, my friend. Well done. 28.90 on AI, up
He's like
16.
master of the option chain.
He's loving it. He's loving it. GameStop 1703. We're over 17 on your GameStop. We're plus 6. 995 on SoFi. 995 on SoFi. For those of you keeping track on how your SoFi is doing. This is the high of the day on 5.9 million. 995.
It's going to be a quiet day.
Yeah, so will we break 10? We
It'll be a
could.
quiet week.
It's possible, but then again, I remember the days when we were in the brokerage business and there were fewer people around and we had more volatility because there were
Right.
fewer,
Oh, yes, there's volatility.
fewer resistance to
Yeah,
sudden
that's true.
bad or good moves.
I'm thinking more volumes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
volumes.
some crazy weeks back in the day, but yeah, Beach Boy credit. Yep. It's just a little monkey thought that needs to be pushed away. Cash cow it is. How about them steaks? There you go. Beach Boy making money. Well done out there.
They're eating steaks, not mac and cheese.
Maybe. We're up 84 on the Dow now. We're up 14 on S&P. We're up 61 now on NASDAQ. The markets seem to be at the high of the session right now.
Mhm.
Happy about that. We did a poll question today, Auntie Jen.
Oh.
Let me just refresh my whole page here. First of all, the thumbs up meter. We're over 100 again. I thank everybody for coming through for us. The thumbs up count as of right now would be 128. So thank you.
Good.
And then the poll question was, writing options has made a positive change to my investments.
Yes.
133 respondents.
Nice.
80% are saying yep. 20% saying nope. So
Oh.
4 to 1. 4 to 1. That's a vast majority.
I'm sorry for those ones who say no.
Well, again, for those...
Maybe it hasn't made a vast difference because they were already trading options.
Well, or as I was speculating with my viewers, a lot of, and this has happened many times, newbies come in here and they watch for a while, they go away, they watch again, and they watch a little, and then they realize, well, these people over here who comment all the time, some of these folks are making some money here. I mean, they double check what they write and they go, yeah, this credit Savage guy, this credit Mother Teresa guy, he's right. The stock is trading out of this price. The options are trading at that price. Yeah, that makes sense. He would have written that call for that much money. And then they kind of watch that. They write it down. They go, on December the 26th, the guy said he did this and this and this. And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, they're reading comment and they see the credit comment. I just bought back those calls. I just wrote $35 calls. I rolled them up and I just did that. They do the math. They go, holy crap. This guy's making money on the stock, deep into money options, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts. They're doing this on all of our viewers. They're watching all of them and watching. Yeah, they're all making money here. None of them are lying. It's really happening here. Then they get into it. Well, some newbies are impatient.
Yes.
And they think that as soon as I write a contract, it should go to zero. I mean, I sold them for $250. It should go to nothing tomorrow.
Right. Or they don't know when to fold their arms.
And or they see it go down to $2 from $250 and they're just getting twitchy now. Ooh, should I buy back? I'm up 50 cents. Should I just buy back? And they don't have that calmness yet. Totally
Or they don't
understandable.
have the reserve or the knowledge to roll.
They don't that, or they don't have the ability to go, well, it's not even worth $2. This thing's worthless. It's out of the money. It's going to go down to $1 in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going down to $1. And even then, you don't have to buy it back if you don't want to. And they just are itchy to close a trade. They want to get a winner because they've had nothing but losers in the market. I get it. And so they close it out at $2 and go, yay! And then they go, now what do we do? And they don't have plan B figured out because, again, they're new. And this is to be expected. So some don't have an impact yet, a positive impact on their accounts, or they don't feel like they have been getting a return that they're happy about. And so there you go. And others, of course, they get a couple of option wins, and then they take that money and gamble it on a couple of long shots over here, and they don't work out. Yeah. And now they've lost all that option money. And they go, well, options hasn't done a damn thing.
Yeah, that's right.
There's that. I know. We know this. We know this. very aware of how this works. Who else is here?
So did everybody have a nice Christmas holiday? You got to sleep in for 3 days in a row. How was waking up this morning? You were
Yes.
awake when the alarm went off.
Woke up about 7 minutes before the alarm went off. I just kind of thought, it's getting close. I woke up at 1:30 and I went, oh, I got 2 more hours. So back to sleep I went. And then I woke up with 7 minutes to go. And I looked and 7 minutes. I don't have to let the alarm blare me awake. I'll just sit up.
That's right. Dig
Yeah.
you out of a deep, deep pit.
See, JR says, when he gets tired of being credit Mother Teresa, he can become the credit options master. How about that? The
Yes,
credit Mother
sensei.
Teresa says, beach, bro. Speaking of steaks, just had a Wailua cacao and sriracha rub crusted Wagyu New York steak at this restaurant yesterday. Now, holy smokes, it was amazing. I can't even pronounce this stuff. Sounds good. Rock and roll. Right on.
It had a chocolate and sriracha rub on it.
I don't know.
Did you see my hand? Nope, there's my hand.
There's the hand. Woo! Well done. Well done. Dow's up 100, by the way. Up 100. Rocket Lab 554 up 11. GameStop 1708 up 11. SoFi 990 up 19. It teasing us. SoFi's teasing us. They got up to 995 on 6.5 million, but they're not trading 50 million or anything like that. It's going to be a quiet day.
You talked about the Steelers yet?
Not well, a little.
Well,
I touched on it. Do you want to talk about the Steelers?
No, I was just wondering if you talked about it.
Splair, cacao. The Steelers did win, and they are 8-7 now. But they had lost 3 games prior to this. They should have lost.
They're in the batch. I know everybody can beat the Colts, but us.
They're not in the favored position to get in the playoffs, but they're on the doorstep. Now the question is, they have 2 games: one in Seattle, one in Baltimore.
Well,
2 road
the question
games.
is Rudolph really only good around Christmas?
Well, and if they win both of their games, they will go to 10-7, and that might not be good enough, but it might be just good enough. And so other teams have to falter, or they have to excel.
You see that game last night? The Ravens.
The Ravens are looking darn good, aren't they?
Big. They're full-grown men out there hitting each other.
See, JR is saying, you know what? I was excited to wake up early this morning. Options, baby. Couldn't wait to wake up this morning, Bruce. Dude, Tesla, NVIDIA are staying nice and boring. Perfect shrinkage for iron condors. All my positions going nice and boring. Boring. Cha-ching for me. Thank you, gamblers. Exactly. Blair, I have today only another overpriced German Christmas cacao. What can I say? What can I say? We just stayed here at home. We just relaxed, did virtually nothing. I went for a walk yesterday. I've been in the hot tub every day.
Turkey, had roast beef.
Yeah, we had some.
Okay, now here's
boring food.
Here's your poll question.
Poll question.
Are they baked potatoes or are they jacket potatoes?
Oh, you guys do you call baked potatoes a baked potato or a jacket potato? I would think a jacket potato is inside foil. Wouldn't it be an opened with stuffed and then reclosed? Is that a jacket potato?
No, we had jacket potatoes.
We did.
I have British Isle ancestors. We call them jacket potatoes.
The best thing about that is they were prepared yesterday in the microwave. It's unbelievable how fast this is. Incredible.
Instead of taking an hour in the oven.
An hour in the oven. Here it's like,
and they were big.
5 minutes.
Oh,
they were baked potatoes. 5 minutes and they're done. And then just cut them open and pour the butter on them. And
oh, I know. We had the high cholesterol meal.
Yeah.
Red meat, jacket potatoes.
But we didn't put on sour cream,
wine.
and then we didn't put on bacon bits, and we didn't put on.
No.
But we had the butter and the salt and the butter. It was pretty darn good. Yeah. Let's see what's this going on here. Alberto, Tia, Auntie Jen, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing, Alberto? Robert Benson, next year planning on visiting friends around Europe while covering the costs writing options.
Very nice.
There's no better
Nice.
holiday than that. Beach Boy,
Good to have
credit.
a goal.
Just bring one of those Wagyu cows back with you while at it. A few coconuts as well,
Oh.
please. The credit Mother Teresa says, Uncle Bruce, I talked to brother-in-law's friends about options this weekend
Ah, okay.
because alcohol.
You know.
They were interested. To prove a point, I asked my daughter what she'd do when she has 100 shares of Disney. She said, sell a contract.
See, you get her going.
Credit
That's
credit
right.
says, I think that they may have gotten it and maybe tuning in today, but probably not. Nobody wants to do the work. But
I know.
I was so proud of my kid. She's paying attention.
Yeah.
There you go. BW,
Girls
welcome to
get
the
it.
home of the 12th man. Auntie Jen Hawks, also 8 and 7. Welcome to the boom. 900
Oh.
plus yards and penalties. Not afraid to add to it. Smash Mouth Sunday in Seattle.
That's right.
Oh,
We're
man.
playing the Seahawks.
Alberto, the credit.
Right.
That's hilarious. My grandkids refer to anything we do as Poppy. That's 3 covered calls. Changing generational wealth.
That's right.
Splair,
Isn't that
baked
awesome?
is out of the oven and jacked or jaked is filled and out of the oven. I don't know, but that sounds great. You need that herb butter with herbs like parsley.
Yes.
See, the Credit Savage Beach, dude, you're seriously a year or two away from moving in with Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Laughing out loud. I'll just take you to TGE restaurant. Beach Boy. So Jen, you had all this holiday to check out the NFL dudes. Just cut Uncle Bruce loose. He sleeps too much. Cut him out. Splair,
That's right. I saw a lot of men in tight pants this week.
that's true. Flint, anyone using Mamu as a platform or Mumu as a platform? Anyone using Mumu? JR, the credit
Mumu.
Mother Teresa, he's laughing at her. It's one of the platforms.
Yeah, I think it's a new one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Mumu.
We're up 100 points on the Dow. Rocket Lab is 556, up 12 cents. AI is up 24. GameStop is up 13 to 17.10, and SoFi is 990, up 19 cents. There you go. Well, let's see. What do we got here? Dude, thumbs, credits, credit Mother Teresa. Not nice, Beach. Not nice. Flint, I have a small account there, and while I like the platform itself, they keep sending messages that don't make sense.
Oh.
And Beach Boy, credit deal. There you go.
That's a deal.
So much fun.
Wow.
Well, Jen goes to the hospital today.
Do
Get some testing done today. Pre-op
anesthesia testing.
Pre-op stuff.
Just
It's on,
if
baby.
you can give it, you give it, and if they can take it, they take it.
That's it. Yeah. So she has to do several over the next 2 weeks. She has several visits to the hospital pre-operation. Then on the 16th, get her done. New hip.
Slice her open and chisel it off.
Rip out the old one and slap in a new one and sew her back up and kick her the hell out of
Kick her
there.
out.
Let's
Get the
go.
hell out.
Dude, it's actually really easy if you, A, take the classes, and B, watch your size, see,
Yeah.
learn from your mistakes. See, and Flint, stay away. No moo says Flint. Splair, I'm crossing my fingers for Jen that everything runs well. There you go. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sure.
you. We're very excited. We're very
As I
jacked
told
up.
the doc, he set the bar pretty high last
Yep.
hip. Let's see. Let's see
we
what
got
you can
we got
make
one.
or break it.
She's got one really, really good hip, and that's the new one.
I have a hip that has no pain.
No pain.
No pain.
That hip has no pain. Nothing.
I can touch my foot. No pain.
She can touch her foot on that side, not the other side.
Full rotation. No pain.
Yeah. So we'd like to have that on the other side now.
Magic.
That's going to change
Oh,
everything.
magic.
That's going to change it all. So yes, Alberto,
Magic.
Godspeed, Auntie Jen. Thank you. Thank you, Alberto. We are jacked up, ready to go.
I'm gonna go have a cup of tea.
You're going to have a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Oh my
Bought
God.
some new tea. I'm gonna try it.
Well, that's a good plan here. I'm going to get ready to finish up the show in a few minutes and
Have some breakfast.
say thank you, everybody, and I'm going to have a bit of breakfast, and then I'm going to take Jen to Eisenhower, and we'll get her in there for her pre-op stuff today.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
Not stopping.
That's it. I'm
Tuck
opening.
and roll.
I'm going to pop that door open and kick her out. Say, get out of here. Get in there. I'll be back later. I'll find myself some homeless shelter that I can live in. It'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Bye, everybody. Happy Boxing Day.
All right. Thank you, Auntie Jen. $9.92, $9.93 on your SoFi, kids. Look at that SoFi. Come on, baby. Break $10 before I go off the air. How about that? Let's do a little shot. Take a shot. Let's go. Gosh darn the heck. Welcome all. Fantastic. JR. Oh, I get the feeling that Auntie Jen's about to do just great. She's a fighter, Alberto. Uncle Bruce deserves a bagel. There you go. There you go. What do I have for breakfast today? That is the question. $9.92 with a high of $9.95 on SoFi now, and 6-7 million traded, so a little bit of one. $5.57 on Rocket Lab. The high today, $5.80. I'm looking to break $6 soon on Rocket Lab. GameStop $17.12. That's up today. A little bit higher. What do we got here? Let's see. See if I can get this to work right. There we go. There we go. My phone for some reason thinks, oh, we'll tell you the percentage it's gaining. No. I want to 16-cent gain on GameStop now. 16. $9.92. We're up 21 on SoFi. We're up 14 Rocket Lab. We're up 16 on GameStop. They're all up today. They're all higher. The Dow's up 102 points, and that's the beginning of the show. One more peek at this poll question I gave you guys, and the thumbs up meter. The thumbs up meter is now sitting at let's see, I get this thing fired up. Here it goes. 135 thumbs ups. Thank you very much. And the poll question that I put up today, I'm going to find out how that looks here in a moment. There we go. The poll question. 139 people have responded to the poll question of the day. Writing options has made a positive change to my investments. The results of that, 78% are saying, yep, it has made a difference. Positive change. 22% saying no, but 78% saying yes out of 139 voters on the poll. Thank you for those of you taking the poll. It's a free poll. You can answer it whenever you want. That'd be great. Thank you all for that. Just kind of, you know what I want that poll to do? I want that poll to tell the rest of the world out there, hey, take this guy's classes, learn how to write options, and join the 78% of the viewers here or respondents going, yeah, I'm making money in this thing. It's making a positive change to my investments. Look, if it's just a positive change to your 401k or your IRA or your cash or margin account, I mean, wherever it's doing it, it's doing it. I know a number of you, you kind of go, well, I'm adding to my wealth in my 401k or my IRA, but I can't touch the money. So, it's not changing my lifestyle right now. True. But if it's turbocharging your returns on your investments while you're still working and adding to these accounts, then maybe this is the positive move you need. For many of you out there, you found yourself, those of you who found me a while ago, you found yourselves in a situation where you have a 401k or an IRA of some kind, but they were just growing at 6% a year, 5% a year, 7%. Inflation started beating the crap out of your returns. Then you got lousy returns because you were all into money market funds and you just got the crap kicked out of you. And so you finally took control of your own money, and you're now writing options inside, with these accounts. And you haven't done the math yet. You've forgotten to do the math. You thought the balance of your account when you took over the account was so much, and now it's worth this much. But the reality was no, the balance that you took over was actually down here, and now it's up here. And now you're going, oh, geez, I'm up 34% on my my IRA. I'm up 48%. I didn't know I was doing this well. But the number, you took over an account that was worth 30 grand, 20 grand, 15 grand, 40,000, 50, it was money, but it wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars. Certainly nowhere near ever looking at this going, I'm going to retire on this. Really? And so you're putting in your, whatever it is, 100 a month, 150 a month, I don't know what it is. You're just trying to fund it, and then you're trying to manage it. And you got to remind yourself that, look, if you can make a 30% return inside your IRA, and your IRA is worth a set amount now, whatever that amount is, do some mathematics now for fun, just for fun. Can you match a 30% return this year, being smarter option writer than last year? Can you just match 30% this year? What would the account be worth at the end of next year? And if you matched it again and compounded, what will the account be worth the year after that? Why don't you do that for 5 or 8 or 10 years? I mean, if you're 38, 42, 47, you're going to be working for 10 more years. Why don't you look at a 10-year plan and just mathematically and systematically and just, generically just say, okay, well, I made 30% this year. Okay, let's say I make 30% compounded every year for 10 years. What is that amount going to be worth then? And then do something else. 5 more years at that pace, just to say, well, from age 57 to 62, I could take this account from here to here. Is that getting into the realm of meaningful return? And of course, those of you who don't manage your own IRAs or don't have one, you've got just cash on the outside, you're just trying to compound your money. Do the math over there and just see what this really could be about. And then decide, is this making a positive impact? Or has the awareness alone made a positive impact? The fact that I now understand this market that I'm in, the way this market works, this has made the impact. This is a positive impact. I'm not clueless anymore about what's going on in the stock market. By the way, SoFi is $9.95. We're at the high of the day again. Welcome all. What's going on? Credit Mother Teresa. Oh, okay, folks. Not much going on today. I am really tired. I sold my one covered call, and all the other covered calls require time decay even more. So I'm just going to go back to sleep. Going to the pool at 10 a.m. It's 5:30 right now. Later, Gators. Thank you, my friend. Enjoy. Splair, just in case, have a great week, you all. I'll be in the air with you again on Thursday. Beach Boy, credit, you vacate too much. Splair, just in case we're not reading until then, have a wonderful, healthy, and safe start to 2024. It's going to be great. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, I am 137 thumbs up. Sorry for being late. Sorry, but I'm number 137 for it. Beach Boy, Auntie Jen, the Bionic Woman, the new series. Constantine, hope everyone is having a green day today. The credit Mother Teresa says, Beachy, no, my friend, you don't vacay enough. When you move in with Uncle Bruce, I'll teach you how to do this. Laughing out loud. Credit Mother Teresa, kids, just buy the damn classes. Start with number 1. It's not a rocket science. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. I'm on day 10, or is this my 11th day of vacation in Waikiki with the family, all paid by covered calls. No BS. Just do the work. There you go. Now I'm ready to go back to sleep. Right on, buddy. Get some rest. Thank you. Yes, it is true. There are people who are now full-time traveling. They're full-time living the life they want. You could find yourself sometime this year completely changing your game plan. It is entirely doable that some of you might decide, I'm going to go into an RV for like a whole year. I'm going to RV for a year. I'm going to buy a used RV or buy a brand new RV on credit, full warranty, bumper to bumper, and I'm going to go and live in an RV for a year. I'm going to sell off a bunch of my crap, and I'm going to get rid of my apartment, and I'm just going to put everything in storage that I want to keep. and I'm going to have everything I want, my pots and pans and dishes in the RV, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to see North America. I'm going to go from Alaska to Mexico and all points in between. And I'm going to do this over the next year or two, and I'm going to trade options while on the road, as I've been trading options already. And I'm going to try this lifestyle. Hey, you could do a YouTube channel. You really could. You could do a YouTube channel. Anyway, there you go, kids. Thank you all. Thank you for those of you taking the chance. Congratulations to those of you who have made the big shift in your lives. Well done. All right, kids, there it is. That's the story. That's the I'm sticking to it. $9.97 on SoFi now. We're 2 cents higher on the high of the day, trying to get to $10. Thank you for 143 people talking about the poll question. 78 saying yep. Writing options has made a positive impact on my investments. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, kids. 22% saying no. Maybe it'll come. Maybe it'll come around. 135 thumbs up last I saw. We might be higher than that now on the thumbs up meter. 140. Thank you all. If you're watching on the rerun, please hit the thumbs up meter for us. Give us a bit of momentum. That would be really, really great. Thanks again, all of you, for taking the classes and just becoming members of this channel. Love having you. Nice to have you here. I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. Gold Bagel members, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Also, tomorrow morning, the pre-alert show for Gold Bagel members. I might even have a trade of the day for you. So keep an eye open for that, you Gold Bagel members. Thank you all. What else is going on here? Let's go. As Blair says, and watch the how to make income on writing cash secured puts on SoFi Shares video. It's 11 minutes long, 7 months old, and it's worth it. Alberto, those are facts, Blair. Those are facts. Credit Mother Nature. Oh yeah, one more thing. I am selling cash secured puts or buying them back and covered calls while on vacation and making money while on vacation. That's just not supposed to happen. Just buy the damn classes. Start with number 1. There you go. It's happening. Okay, now I'm really gone. Peace out. There you go. All right, buddy. 560 on Rocket Lab, 1726 on GameStop, up 27 cents. 997 on SoFi, 997, 998 high of the day now. Has been breached. 998 on SoFi, 8.4 million volume. We're going for $10 a share on your SoFi kits. It wants to go there, and beyond that. JR 998. Yeah, baby, go SoFi, go. 1724 up 29 cents on GameStop. Rocket Lab 559 up 15 cents, 8.1 million volume on Rocket Lab. Good volume there. GameStop volume 824,000. SoFi 996, 998, 8.5 million. Right there. Splair, honestly, it's the only video worth learning stuff plus possible German translation. There you go, kids. All right, well, that's it. I'm out of here. I got to get Jen over to Eisenhower after I have some breakfast. So have a great day, everybody. We'll keep an eye on the markets on my phone, too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, first thing here, as we have a short week this week. And let's just see how much richer you guys are going to get. I mean, it's simple as that. When GameStop hits $25 a share, there will be many, many millionaires here on this because of this channel. Many, not 1 or 2 or 3, dozens. There will be those who will be worth $100,000 to $600,000, hundreds of you. And then between 50 and 100,000 will be thousands of you who will have made so much money on SoFi you just will not believe it. And the cash keeps coming from option writing, and it's going to just trajectory you guys into the upper middle class and beyond. So I know that on SoFi. I'm pretty confident on GameStop's upside and Rocket Lab too. So it isn't just a one-trick pony. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day. Beach Boy, Credit Mother, but the classes. Buy the classes. Buy. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys, we'll see you later. $9.98 on your Sofi. $9.98 right now. Keep an eye on it. We'll see you later. Have a good one, everybody. Bye for now.